Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Similo. This is the digital adaptation of the popular card game, one that I have covered before. So for those of you that don't know what Similo is, it is a party game where one player knows what the secret card is, and they're going to try and use clues to help the other players guess what the secret card is amongst other fake cards. The decks themselves are themed. And in the real world, you have to buy a separate deck for each theme. So for example, it's $10 for the Fables deck, $10 for the History deck, $10 for the Animal deck, whatever the price is. The digital version comes with the Fables deck, and then you'll have to buy the other ones separately, just like in the real world. So as the clue giver, you're going to know what your secret card is. It might be Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Let's say I'm using the Fables deck. And then that card is going to be shuffled in with 11 other cards. And then they're going to be dealt face up. So only you know. Let's say that you're the person that knows I've got Alice. You're the only one that knows what the secret card is. And you're then going to deal a hand of 5 cards from the deck. And you're going to use those cards to help other players determine what your secret card is. So you're going to have 12 cards out. One of them's going to be Alice. The other 11 are going to be fake. One of them might be, say, I don't know, Aladdin, or the Big Bad Wolf, or Ariel from Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, Wicked Witch of the West, Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, so on. And every turn, as the clue giver, you're going to play a single card from your hand, and then you're going to say, this card is either similar to the actual secret card, or it's going to be different than my secret card. So let's say that in your hand you've got the Mad Hatter, okay? Or let's say in your hand you've got someone from the Alice in Wonderland franchise, or from the story. And you put that card down and go, this card is similar to my secret card. In my head I'm going, well, I've got Alice, so I'm drawing a parallel here. I'm saying that this clue that I'm given is similar to Alice, but again, the other players don't know that I've got Alice. I'm just simply saying you're trying to draw parallels. The other players are going to have to take a look at that card and go, is it similar because they're both female? Is it similar because they're wearing similar colored clothes? Is it because they're from the same story? Other players have to try and guess why you are saying that they're similar or different from each other. That's where the real kicker comes into play. It's one of those mind games where you're trying to figure out what the clue giver is trying to convey to you. If you've ever played a board game or a digital game called Mysterium, it's similar to that. In Mysterium, one player is the clue giver, and they're dealing out clues via Dixit that is trying to help other players guess the right card. Well, it's the same thing here. One player is the clue giver, the other players are trying to guess what your secret card is. Every round, the players trying to guess your secret card have to eliminate cards from the tableau of 12 cards. In the first round, they get rid of 1. In the second round, they get rid of 2. In the third round, they get rid of 3. The fourth round, they get rid of 4, and so on, until there's only 2 cards remaining. And then they have to choose one or the other. And if the card that is remaining at the end of it all is the secret card that you had from the beginning of the entire game, then you win. Everyone wins. Everyone does a great job. You mind melded with each other. You conveyed enough good information to where they were able to eliminate the bad ones and guess your good one. However, at any point, if they pick a card for elimination that is the secret card, then everyone automatically loses. So there's that. So for those of you that are new to this game, I recommend that you just stick with the Fables deck to start with, or just one theme deck. I mean, you can buy the other expansions if you want to, but I would not combine decks if this is your first run-in. The way the combining of the decks work is one deck is used for the tableau of 12 cards, and one of your secret cards will be one of those 12. And then the other theme will be the clues that you're giving. So you might have 12 animal cards and one of those animals is your secret card. But then you've got a hand of history people, like Sir Isaac Newton or whoever else is in the history deck. You've got to use like real life people from the history deck as clues to try and convey to the other people which animal is your secret card. That is tough to do, I'm just saying. So if you want an extra challenge, then by all means combine decks. But if you're new to the game and you're not really familiar with how these kind of party games work, then you may want to just stick to a single theme deck. As far as what I thought of this digital adaptation, it's not bad. My only complaint is that it's got no AI. You can only play local multiplayer, pass and play, or you can play online with other people. That's it. Mysterium, which is a digital game, has an AI. So you can actually play single player with the AI. There's actually campaigns that you could embark on in that game. This game does not have that. So why Mysterium released with AI and campaign and all that jazz and other game modes? This game is much more simplistic. It lacks certain features, and it's kind of disappointing. As a digital game, I was hoping it would have some kind of AI support. That being said, I don't know what the final price is going to be. So I'm hoping that it's fairly cheap for players to buy, $5, something like that, then maybe $5 for another themed deck, what have you. I was not given the prices for these themed decks. So yeah, I do like the fact that if you click on the card, it zooms in nice and big for you. The interface is very easy to navigate. The game is just very easy to play, and it's a fun party game. It's a very fun party game. Ida Lee loves it, and she sets it up for me on a regular basis. Just out of nowhere, sets these cards up on a table somewhere and expects me to walk by. Oh, I guess I'm playing this, and she's like, "Yep, you're playing this." She loves it that much. So this game is fun to play. It is. It's just the digital version I wish had more features to hook people in. Yes, the online is nice. It is. The online is nice. However, it could have used an AI mode. Or other modes to, break things up a bit. Ones that aren't introduced in the actual card game, the physical card game. Introduce 1 or 2 new modes that players have never seen before, just to give the game some lasting appeal, but unfortunately none of that is there. What ultimately determines whether or not that's a bad thing is going to be the price. Like I said, if this is priced at $15-20, I'd be like, no. Because the physical card game's like, what, $10-15? So if this game is priced similar to that, I'd be like, there's no AI, so you're either going to buy the physical or the digital. It's one or the other. So it's going to be a player preference at that point. So, I don't know. It's hard to say one way or another as to whether or not I recommend the game. I will say this. The game is fun, and I do recommend the gameplay. And just the game in general, I recommend that. Again, I think, though, that if you are a single person introvert that does not like to talk to people ever, even online, you're not going to find much out of this. Unless you like playing with random people, or if you've got one friend that you occasionally play games with when you can stand people, you're not going to like this. This is a party game. This is a game that is meant to be played by a lot of people having fun, just messing around. That's what this game is designed to be. So if you're an introvert and you don't talk with a lot of people online, then pass on this digital version. There is no AI support to help you out. However, that being said, if you are a social butterfly online and you've got lots of people on Discord on a regular basis, maybe you can do a screen share event with other people and just have at it. The pass and play is kind enough to say, hey, clue giver, look now. Everyone else, look away. This is, that way players don't cheat. So as long as you trust your friends, through the brilliance of Discord video or screen sharing, then you can by all means do that. The game will say, look away, everyone look now, so on. So yeah, Similo. Cool game, just, again, kind of disappointed it doesn't have AI. But other than that, it does its job and it does it well. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.